I had surgery on my foot, I couldn't ride my bike, so I lifted weights for 6 weeks. This is the story of how it impacted my cycling. The first thing I noticed when I got back on the bike after 6-7 weeks of weight training was the feeling in my thighs. Now, of course, this can be measured with watts and your average power and all that stuff, but I'm talking about really the intangible feeling of strength that I can feel in my thighs. And I believe that's a result of the leg extensions, because that's mainly what I was doing for my thighs, because I couldn't do squats, I couldn't do lunges, couldn't do anything with my feet on the ground. And so it's weird, but I just feel stronger in my thighs. The second thing that I noticed after the weight training, and again, no one ever speaks of this, my hips and my lower back are freaking solid. I mean, I'm sitting on this saddle and it's just like you could just feel each leg boom, 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 like a piston. Have you ever seen cyclists where their hips are just tilting like that? Now, there's many reasons for that. It could be their saddle's too high or whatever, or they have tight muscles, but in my case, that isn't the situation. And I attribute this to the side-lying abductions and clamshells and stuff, because I literally couldn't do any type of standing, monster walks or anything that I did. I just used ankle weights and did those lateral movements. And this is one of these things you just can't measure, but you absolutely feel, is I feel like my back, when I'm leaning forward, I just have really good strength in my back. My back is solid, and my hips are just, I could feel it. They're just totally level, and each leg is just pumping up and down. I don't feel any side-to-side movement. I don't remember feeling any side-to-side movement prior to me taking time off, but now that I feel the difference, it's like, whoa. So the third and final thing that I noticed from weightlifting for my cycling, and this is gonna be really interesting to you, is my weight. I actually gained in 6-7 weeks 2 pounds, and I measured my percent body fat on the scale in different ways and stuff, and my percent body fat didn't change. I wasn't doing super heavy weightlifting, but I was doing my legs and my upper body, and after a while I was splitting them just for timing. I gained 2 pounds. Now, whether that's good or bad for a cyclist, of course, who wants to have extra poundage, right? But my point is that by actually focusing on weightlifting, calisthenics, and not riding at all, I was able to finally gain some weight. Those are the 3 things that I noticed over the last month and a half. Now, the $1 million question is, am I going to continue to do weightlifting? Because quite frankly, it's not that much fun. I'd rather be out here doing this, but I could see myself doing like a maintenance day or once a week I do some weights. I don't really want to do more than that. The problem is that all the research says it helps your cycling, but what I don't like is when I lift weights, there's a certain amount of soreness and it interferes with my cycling. What are you going to do, So that's what happened when I did it. Maybe you've had a situation where you started lifting weights. What do you do, and how do you incorporate it into your routine to help your cycling rather than hinder it? You can let me know in the comment section. Hey, sun's out. I can now say guns out. Not really. It's more of a pea shooter. But at least it's a bigger pea shooter than a month and a half ago.